Hello and welcome to a very special live stream here on Instagram. I'm going to show you how you can stream your desktop. This is literally my desktop right now. How do you stream your desktop to go straight to Instagram? Now, I'm going to show you this in a kind of step-by-step kind of fashion. And we'll start off with the basics. How do you stream your desktop into Instagram for free? Then after we've solved that, I'll show you how do we set up all these fancy features like multiple camera inputs. You know, I have a camera over here, I have a camera over here, I have extra different microphones. I'll show you that if you stick around. So just to repeat, I'm going to show you how do we live stream directly to Instagram from our browsers, and then we'll go into more advanced stuff. How do you, add extra cameras? How do you do all this extra streaming stuff? So welcome to the stream. Hopefully the audio sounds good. Let's get started. So the first things first, if you didn't know this already, you can actually log into Instagram directly from a browser. I'm using Chrome by Google, and it will look just like this. You'd go to www.instagram.com, and then you would enter your login and your password, and then you hit login. Then once you're logged in, you'll have Instagram look like this. If I go to my home page here, you'll see what my home feed looks like. Okay, cool, awesome. Got some fun memes, some good scrollable content. Okay, great. So what you'll notice is that this is the same feed that you're used to in Instagram, and now there's a new button that they've added over here to the side. So you see these, your home icon, if you want to search for things, your reels. Well, the button that we care about the most if you want to live stream directly to Instagram from your browser is this button, the new Create button. What you do is click on Create, and they offer you two options. You can make regular posts, like reels and posts, or they offer this new section called Live Video. That's the secret. So I click on Live Video, and then it's going to ask you some questions. It wants to know, let me move this up here so it's a little bit easier to see. I'll click that again. So I click on this button, I click on Live Video, and then you have to add some details. So this will be my how to stream to Instagram or IG, or I'll just say Insta. Then you have to choose an audience. If it's your first time doing a live stream, I would encourage you to try a practice stream first so that you don't make mistakes that you don't want to share with the whole world. If you want to make it public, available for anybody that currently follows you, you click on public. And if you have a paid subscriber account, you click subscribers, and you can make live streams that only go directly to your subscribers. Okay, so I would click on public. And then once you click on next, I'm not going to do it right now because it's going to reveal some secret information. But let's say I did click next. What it would reveal, I took a screenshot of mine. It looks just like this. So this is how you live stream with a separate streaming software. This is what you'll see is a little preview screen on the left. And then on the right, you'll get two values that I've censored out because these are my stream URLs and my stream key. But there's these long string of numbers and letters and characters. And what you want to do is take these values, the stream URL and the stream key, and you want to copy them and paste them onto like a notebook, a note document, a text document, somewhere that you have it saved off screen. Okay? Now once you've done that, you can jump into the next software that you're going to need to live stream like this from your desktop. That is, and I got it over here, OBS Studio. It's a free streaming software. It stands for Open Broadcast Studio, or I don't know, now I'm confused because it's called OBS Studio. I thought it was OBS, whatever. It's the software that you use to stream. And you can download this on your Windows computer, your Mac computer, or even on Linux. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this download, and this is how you stream. So it looks like this. I'll go ahead and move mine on the screen. It's going to look kind of meta for a second. Wow, it looks really chaotic. Ignore all the top stuff, but all the bottom stuff is what we're streaming right now to Instagram. Wow, this is very disorienting. Let me make this smaller. Okay, there we go. So what you're seeing right now is the open broadcast software that I'm using. And you can choose to have different audio and microphones and images, and you can bring all of these into Instagram. All you got to do is go into your settings. And what you want to change in your settings or adjust is this, the stream settings. Again, I'm not going to click on mine because it has my stream key in there, but I'll go ahead and find an image of this online and then I'll reference it. So you click on stream, and I'm going to hit cancel for now and find an image that describes this online somewhere. Yeah, so, oh, sorry, open broadcast software. Thank you so much, Mike. So what you do is, it looks like this. I'll just zoom in manually here. And what you want to do is those two numbers that I mentioned that you need to copy and paste, this is where you would bring those to life. You would copy that first key right here into the server, and then that second string, you'd paste it there. This allows your open broadcast software to know where to stream the video, audio, whatever visuals you want. It needs to know what the server is, and then you'd copy and paste it from there. And it needs to know your stream key, which is individual to each of your accounts. Once it has those 2 bits of information, that's all OBS needs for you to stream. So let me go back to my image that I referenced over here. So yeah, again, that's those 2 variables. That's the stream URL, and then that's the stream key. You copy and paste those. As soon as those are in, you can actually go back into OBS, and I kid you not, you can just hit start streaming. So I'll go over here and I'll just show you where that is. Okay, see where it says, I'm streaming right now, which is why the only option is to stop streaming. But for you would see it and it would say start streaming. And you'd click on that, and immediately your signal, whatever you have set up on whatever you have set up on OBS would start streaming this directly to your Instagram account. And now it doesn't work right away, but let's say I clicked on that and we started streaming. What you would see is that in this preview section, you would see your video playing. You would see your feed playing back. You would see it play right there. And then you click on the Go Live button in the top corner right here. As soon as you clicked on that Go Live button, then you would be streaming whatever is on your screen directly to Instagram. So let's go into the more advanced settings, like how do you set up cameras? Oh, we got a question from Brian, says, is this like TeamViewer? You can have remote access to your desktop? No, this one is only streaming. So I'm familiar with that software, TeamViewer, which would allow you to control another screen from afar. OBS is different. Instead of you being able to operate the computer, it's almost like turning your entire computer screen into a video, a live broadcasted content. And it's not interactable. Like you can't go and click on stuff. But you can stream what's on your screen and share it to anybody who's seeing your account. So I want to show you some of those more advanced settings. So let's say you've downloaded OBS Studio, like I've highly recommended. You downloaded the version that works for your computer. When you open up OBS Studio, it's not going to look all done like this, and it's not going to have all this stuff. So I'm going to create a new one just so you see what it would look like, and we'll just kind of build it from scratch. Oh, we got a question from I Love Tech Twin, says there is a drop down above the stream URL in OBS. Do you select custom? Yes, great question and great observation. I forgot to mention there is a third field in here. It's the service. It's the service field. And for this one, you'll set that to custom to stream to Instagram, because Instagram doesn't have a particular setting set up yet. So you just write custom for that. You choose custom, and then make sure you copy and paste the exact information that you have in that server and that stream key from your page. All right, so now let's go through the more advanced settings. All right, so I'm assuming by this point you've got it, you got OBS installed, and you have copied and pasted your stream key and your server onto a note. Now you want to start making content that you can stream right from Instagram, or from OBS. So let's start off. We'll hit the plus button. I'm going to call this my just a little test scene. Think about this. Okay, so I made a mistake in my tutorial, and that's the fact that I'm actually live streaming right now. so I technically can't show you those steps. So here's what I'll do. I'll just kind of verbally explain. You can essentially add sources. And so it looks like you can, I didn't think that far in advance. I was going to try a live stream showing you how to set up the content here, but that might not work. Here's what I'll do. Once you got these two programs set up, you can now just go onto YouTube and look up how to, look up tutorials on how to set up OBS. But what I did for mine is I just made it so that you import new sources. So I'll show you what I can, even if it's not everything. So down here is the section called sources. And so what I was doing is I click on the plus button and I click on add a new, they have all these different types of media, but let's say you want to add just a camera. I click on video capture device. Boom. Then I get to name the camera. I'm gonna say this is a, this is a, I don't know, this is my camera A1 or something, and it could be like your desktop. It could be a plugged-in, a plugged-in camera or something, and then you hit OK. Then you have to locate that device. So these are the types of cameras that I have installed here. I have like a Logitech camera. That's what I'm using to stream right here. There's also an Insta360 link. That's what I'm using to stream right up here. I have the Snap camera. If your monitor has a camera in it already, you can use that. So let me click on it. Click on Studio Display Camera. So now look at that. We have a third camera added here. And you can choose the preset, what size you want it to be, which is kind of cool. I'm just kind of lowering its resolution. So now it's like a really low quality camera. Awesome. Hit OK. And now we have an extra camera feed in here. And what I can do with that, I'm going to move this around, is, okay, so I located it. So that new camera feed is right here. And I'm sorry for like the parallel multiverse look here. Can you stream to multiple platforms, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook Live, etc. at the same time? Or does OBS only stream one platform at a time? There are ways to stream to multiple platforms at once. Let me think about the best way of doing that. But you see now we have 3 cameras. So this is now a separate camera. So we got this camera. We got, so there's you, there's you, and then there's you. 3 different cameras all in one feed. Okay? And you're probably wondering, how do you get that circle cutout kind of experience? Oops, let me get this camera tracked back again. Okay, well, I'll just use this one. So if you want to get your setting so that you get a nice like circle cutout, you can use a tool called masking. You can use masks for that. So one of the ways I'll do that is down in your new sources, you'll have your new camera added. In this case, I have my camera A1. You can right click on that and go to the filters. Now that you're in the filters setting, you can click on the plus button and you can add different filters. And one of them is called an image mask / image blend. This one's really cool because when you click on it, you can just upload any black or white or grayscale image and it will use that black or white to cut it out. So let me look up on Google real quick. Black and white image of leaf. Maybe I'll say alpha, a leaf alpha. That might give us a better, okay, that's a cool tree. Let me go to images. All right, let's say we wanted to use this leaf cutout. Looks great. It's gonna go ahead and save this image to my computer or just drag it onto the desktop, whatever. I'm gonna save it to downloads. Now in the image mask blend, I'm gonna go to browse and find that leaf image. And now I can use that leaf as the shape that I'm cutting out my video feed. How cool is that? I don't know. I thought this was really cool because, let me make the screen a little bit bigger. So now essentially that leaf shape is what is the video, because we're using that, you see what I mean? We're using that white cutout, and it's using that black shape as a mask. And so now we can have like a leaf shaped video feed. And yeah, now it's working. So I kind of did this a bunch of different times. All right, so that's one technique. All right, another question I got people coming up with is, how do you get it to like scroll left and right? Hello, Trish. I'm showing how I set up my live streaming features on Instagram, how to like live stream directly to Instagram from your desktop, being able to share your screen, being able to share cameras. This is using OBS software, OBS Studio. I have it on the other screen here. Okay, so that question that you had around how do you get to move? So if you click on the plus button here, they also have an option called scroll, and you can turn on an automatic scroll speed. So if I turn on horizontal scroll, look at that. Now the video feed is going to forever scroll, in the other direction, and that's really helpful. You can change it to loop. You can have it, limit the width that you want it to scroll in. If you want it to be like a little window like this, you can change that. You can change the height of that scrolling. And then once you have this little thing, you hit close, and now you have a little scrolling video. So this might be perfect for maybe putting inside of a little shape. So I could put this leaf shape right here and kind of connect it all the way over there in this little circle. And I don't know. There you go. That's another way of doing a little feed. The software I'm using is called OBS Studio. OBS Studio. Okay, so that's how you set up the cameras. Next question is, how do you set up, let me get this camera back. How do you set up like sharing your screen? So they got a couple options for that as well. Hold on, I'm trying to get my camera to track me again. It's having some troubles. There we go. Camera, please track. Okay, thank you. Cool. So to share the screen, they have some other options in here. So you go to the plus button. I'll move my feed up so it's not so chaotic. Click on this plus button here. And they also have an option to choose another source. You can choose a display capture. So if you choose display capture, you can say, I want a specific screen. And now you can choose which screen on your computer you want to stream. Now this is kind of similar to when you share your screen on Zoom or Microsoft Teams. It's a very similar principle there when you're setting up your stream. But this is how you can choose your monitor. So I have two different monitors. I have the studio display that I'm using right here, but I also have on the other screen my Omen. So if I click Omen, you can now see my other screen on my computer. So now that is a new piece of content that I can now place anywhere in my OBS feed. So I can scroll this down to a different size, and now you actually can see your feed within a feed. This is what you guys look like to me right now in my Instagram. You look like this. I see your comments coming in, and I can see your faces, or at least the icons that you have next to your screen. So how cool is that? So now I'm sharing two screens, plus I'm sharing two different cameras, and we also have that scrolling text feature. Now you know how I do that scrolling text feature. All right, the last thing I need to cover is how do you change the aspect ratio? Because right now, if you look at this entire image, our video feed is optimal for streaming to Instagram in that it's vertical. So I want to show you how to adjust this setting so that you can have it be any size you want. First off, I'm going to delete this. Hit yes. Cool. Okay, so if I wanted to stream my whole screen and I needed to change it for let's say I want to stream to YouTube or Facebook or something, you go to settings, and under output, they have a section in here. I'm going to bring this in a little bit closer. There we go. In the output here, they have a recording section. Oh wait, sorry, not that. I think it's in video section. Yeah. So you'll go to your video section in this application, and then you'll choose you'll get to enter in whatever resolution you want. So I wanted my aspect ratio to be 9:16, and so it is now. But the dealio was I had to just type in 1080x 1920, and then I retyped it 1080x 1920. And after doing that, now I'm able to stream whatever's on my screen will only be streamed in this vertical format. But if we were going to stream to YouTube or something, you could change this aspect ratio to the opposite, 1920 by 1080. So then it would be 16:9, and then that would allow you to stream at that full resolution to that other software. So you have different options is what I'm saying. You can stream in a lot of different ways. But yeah, it's all pretty cool. And it's very powerful stuff. But there you have it, folks. This was just a very quick little stream. I wanted to explain how I've been streaming to Instagram. And just to reiterate, it's all in that secret new button they added here. You click on the plus button here, click on live video, and then you can choose the name of your live stream, and you can stream whatever's on your screen directly to desktop. You do need to use OBS Studio. So go ahead and download OBS Studio. And there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube on how to set up OBS. I know I went through those kind of fast, kind of quickly, but honestly, just give it a try. And I would love to see your streams. You can stream what's on your desktop. For me, this is great because I want to show my music making process, but this is also great for educational purposes too. Like if I wanted to stream my workflow in any of my other software, being able to share my screen and with multiple camera inputs is so freaking useful. And all these settings, by the way, are adjustable. I can just change the size of my feed here. Look at this. I can move my feed here, and I could scale it up if I wanted and make that larger. So, I just took this video and I can scale it down and place it however we want. And the whole point being is you can stream whatever you want. And yeah, just like be careful what's on your desktop. If you have any sensitive or private information, you would accidentally stream it if you had it on screen. So yeah, just be careful about that. But I usually use this computer mostly for streaming because this is like my work computer. So there's not too much private information on it. But yeah, this is just a great way of doing stuff. And I'll give you another example real quick, another fun example. So I'm going to go ahead and move my little face down here back into this little circle thingy and stretch that up a little bit and move it a little bit over there. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is just show you what an editing software might look like on here. So let's go ahead and open up, let's say, Photoshop. Oh yeah, I made all those little graphics around the corners. So you see where my name has the my Don Allen logo scrolling. I just made this in Photoshop and cropped out the background, and then I used this PNG as an image, and then when I shrunk it down, it just worked out really well. But yeah, so I still haven't found the most optimal way to share a horizontal screen in a vertical format. I mean, you can try to make your feed really tiny like this, and then maybe on your other screen it's like your references or something. Yeah, something like this might be a good way to stream if you're going to do some Photoshop stuff. And let me go to my layers. Cool. And take a look at some images. Got movie clips in here. This was like a little video I made the other day. So yeah, just showing you different, different viewing medias. But yeah, it is a little strange to stream, on my screen, which is horizontal, and then to stream it vertical. So one option out there is if you do have a vertical screen, that would be the best, because then you don't have to compromise your resolution. Some screens can be rotated sideways, and then you can just share stuff on that screen, and then you don't have to have these intense cropping factors. So there's lots of different options to create stuff. And yeah, that's the deal. Let me go to my recent ones. Yeah. Okay. Any questions, let me know. I will share this video on Instagram as well as on YouTube because I think it might be pretty useful. So yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. Hopefully you learned a lot. OBS and go log into Instagram via your desktop. Yeah, go log into Instagram on your browser so that you can do this. It's not too hard, and it's very powerful. Because then, whatever stuff that you have on your desktop can become content that you share directly to Instagram. This is something that's so useful and so easy to set up. You get the better microphone quality, especially if I get really close to my microphone over here. This is my little microphone. So you can get really close to the microphone and talk and do your thing, and that's all great. So, yeah. Cool. So, people ask, this is the video I'm going to share with people moving forward regarding the live stream stuff. But that's all we have time for today. So thank you so much for tuning in to Creativity with Don Allen Third Live. Have a creative and productive day. Bye-bye.